run this podcast. Thank you, everyone. Be seated.
What? Thank you, everyone who what?
No,
Thank you, everyone. You may be seated.
Oh, I wasn't standing.
What, were we supposed to be standing?
Where was I supposed to be
You were supposed to lower your hands.
We have to do it all over again? Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. There.
All right, everyone rise for the pledge of the brunch. I pledge allegiance to thee.
Oh, shit.
Jay?
Sorry.
Okay.
No.
I pledge allegiance to thee. Brunch. By the idiots, for the idiots, and sustaining the idiots of this podcast. Everyone, be seated.
Yeah. Very good. All right. Well, welcome everyone back to the Brunch of Idiots podcast. I am RJ, and happy brunch to Novocherkassk in the Russian Federation.
Happy brunch,
Happy
Novo.
brunch,
Novocherkassk?
Russia. Happy brunch.
I knew that one was going to be fun. Well, as I said, I am RJ the Ghost. I'm also joined here with Aiden the Knight.
Swing, it's my sword.
Jay the Axolotl.
Bonjour, I'm excellent.
And Riley, our ever-lovable Sasquatch.
I still don't know what sound Sasquatch makes.
I feel like it's open to interpretation. Anyway,
Ooga booga!
there you go. Beautiful. If anyone tries to contest that, I would like to see some proof. Okay.
Based off of the picture, it could be like the smoking sound, the
Breathe in.
You want to know how I got these scars?
I got these scars, Batman.
Oh, Lord.
There's no Sasquatch in the woods, Batman. Today, I thought we would discuss some Oopsie Whoopsie moments. So, basically just harmless mistakes that were really funny. So,
I made one today.
I'm going to start us off. I have a pretty funny one. I still laugh to this day. So
host,
at work,
start us off.
Okay, thank you. At my job, I send a lot of emails. I deal with a lot of customers and their checks. So when their checks are ready for the hold on them to be removed, because sometimes we send inactive checks, I send an email to accounting. And usually what I'll say is something to the extent of, please make this check live. I, unfortunately, one time was distracted while sending this email and hit send before it was ready. So I had sent a blank email to them with just a single word on it that said, please. They replied back and they were like, please what? Because I'm pretty sure you're asking to have the hold removed, but I need to make sure. I felt such embarrassment, but it was so funny. I kind of pushed that to the side because I was dying at the fact that I just sent an email with just the word please.
That's beautiful.
Grab them by the lapel. Please.
Please. Please.
Please.
Yeah. So sometimes I reference that in my emails now, but yeah.
That's beautiful.
So anyway, y'all got any oopsie whoopsie moments?
I have so many.
I made one literally 2 hours ago, but Jay seemed
and I have
really
a
excited,
few.
So today, the only reason this is an oopsie is because one of the people involved was extremely chill about the situation, but we'll get there in a second. So I work at an airport. I load planes full of packages, so all of you lovely folks can get your Christmas, birthday, Valentine, all your presents and what you order. That's all you guys. However, today, I have, obviously because it's an airport, I have an ID that I need to get in and out of the airport. And one of the things that we do occasionally is we'll challenge people that we don't recognize out on the ramp to just show us their IDs. Basically, be like, hey, even though I don't know who you are, you have all the right stuff to be here. You know, whatever. You're in the right place and not just here for no reason. So my supervisor tells me to go challenge one of the guys from the FAA, the Federal Aviation Association, the big guys, the big guns, you know, the government. And so I'm like, oh yeah, sure. No, like I got nothing to hide. I've got my badge. At least I thought I had my badge. And you know, nothing. What could go wrong? I'm gonna go do the thing, show him that us, as a company, we're doing the right stuff. Well, I walk over to him, I'm like, hey, sir, hey, how are you? Can you show me your badge? And I go to show him mine. And as I show him mine, I look down and realize, oh, that's not my badge.
Oh,
That's
no.
Rewind like an hour. I'm getting set up to go about my job, getting all my stuff set up, getting signed into my load tracking device, you know, and I'm chit-chatting with my friends while I'm multitasking, getting, you know, all set up, ready to go. And apparently, he, while we were talking, swapped our IDs without me noticing, because I was doing, like, 3 other things while I was talking to him. And I had completely not noticed. And so, fast forward to where we are currently, I'm talking to a government official, asking him to show me his badge when I don't have the correct badge myself.
No.
That is...
Which, you know, he's like, hey... And so I'm like, quickly try to explain to this man, I know where it is. It was a prank gone wrong, please. It's like, go find it. If you can't find it, I have to take you to jail. So, I run up into the plane where I know the guy. I'm like, hey, we're gonna call this guy,
Steve.
Tran. We're gonna call him Tran.
Why
Tran.
would we call him Tran?
Because he
Forgets and shakes.
trains.
Oh.
Okay. So Tran, I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, can I have my ID back?" And he's like, "Oh, I was gonna come down with Tim. We're gonna call this other guy Tim, and he was gonna call you Tran and see how long it takes you to notice that we'd switched your badge." And I'm like, "Oh, well, our supervisor asked me to challenge an FAA agent, and now Tim over here is freaking the frick out."
Yeah?
Understandably
With good
so.
reason.
So we got it all sorted out. We swapped badges. I went back down. The FAA agent was like laughing. Like, it was chill, but it could have gone horrendously wrong.
Yeah. I
Goodness.
didn't understand that.
Suffice to say, if anything did happen, I would have filed the fattest grievance on Tran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could
But
an argument have been made by them that you should have been like responsible for your badge's whereabouts? Because like obviously that wasn't your fault or even your like intention, but I don't know.
I mean,
it is, if your coworker steals something from you, is it your fault?
also, I had his badge, so arguably he could have gotten in trouble as well. So if they only took
Yeah.
me, there's like a court case. But that's like,
Fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I would have had to have had my correct badge to get in this morning. So if I'm telling him that it's on grounds, there's good grounds for it to just be a prank gone horribly wrong when nobody was ready for it to go horribly wrong.
You, government agent, where is your ID? Better yet, where's mine?
Ready? Yes. Am I supposed to be
See,
here?
I just imagine you wearing underwear on your head when you say that. That's the vibes of that
Where-
statement.
Where is he now? And where will he strike next?
Where is your
Mornings at
ID?
7.
Where's my ID?
Better
Is any
yet,
of this
where's
you?
his eye? Oh wait, no, I have his.
You know that gif of Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens where he's like going past the guy with the jello?
And he shakes the jello.
Ooh,
That's how I imagine that going with Jay.
so bad. Oh,
Who else got some oopsie whoopsies?
I have one that I've been dying to share because it was really
Okay.
dumb. It's not near as dire as what Jay was going through. I bought a new mouse for work because I don't like working with the office supplied stuff. It's crappy. That's just the long and short of it, right? And if I'm going to be stuck in some place for 8 or 9 hours, I want my stuff to be my stuff, right?
Right.
So I was showing my coworker my new mouse because it's cool. It's a silicone. It's got like a silicone palm rest that's kind of squishy. So, you know, it's nice. It feels nice in your hands. But that's besides the point. My coworker is like, man, you know, computer mice are pretty cool. I remember when computer mice, he didn't say computer mice. He said, I remember when mice had those little balls in them.
Mm-hmm.
And me,
Yeah, the trackball.
Yeah, I actually
And
have
That's
one
what
in
you
my
thought
desk.
of, Riley, right?
I have
The
a trackball in my
trackball?
desk. 1 second.
hold on. Me being me, I said, oh yeah, I remember that. I used to like playing, and then I stopped.
You like to play with what?
Hey, yo.
I like to fondle the
And
mice
thankfully, it was only me, the coworker I was talking to, and the other guy who's my age in there at that time. Because we all three just die laughing. And my coworker, I'm going to call him Benny. Benny peers over the top of the cubicle and he goes, you like playing with what, Riley?
God.
And I'm like, shut up! So yeah, that was my oopsie today. Said I like playing with, well, you know.
No.
With what?
Goodness.
It was
what?
so bad.
You're
I was
among
like,
friends
well,
here,
I gotta
Riley.
keep note of this one because this is a perfect example of a harmless oopsie. Wasn't thinking about how it sounds when you said I like playing with mice balls.
She said it. She
Oh,
said the
man.
thing, everyone.
Today's
here.
broadcast was brought to you by these words. Riley likes playing with mouse balls. Everyone write that
Have
down.
a good brunch.
Rolls credits.
So yeah, there's that. that was my oopsies for today.
I have an oopsie of a more of Aiden younger years, back when he was like 15, I think.
A young warthog.
A young warthog. There's this place we went to years back to celebrate my dad's birthday. It was like some gas station that also was a 5-star restaurant at the same time, which was kind of weird. And it also was famously renowned for its either banana pudding or bread pudding.
Bread
Either
pudding.
way, bread pudding.
It was bread
That
pudding.
aside, I said, yeah, let me get into it.
Aiden's story. Don't hijack Aiden's story.
Anyhow, I really had to use the bathroom. And so I get up And I go to the bathroom, and I sit there, and I sit there, and I'm all happy. I'm all chill. Then it was very suddenly not chill when two women, I was in a stall, by the way, two women walked into the bathroom and went to the bathroom, and then they left. And then I realized, oh no, I'm in the women's bathroom. And I'm sitting there like, it's a gamble to get out and run. I don't think that they'll take I'm clueless Morgan and don't know where I'm going as an excuse.
I think you'd be surprised. I think it would be fairly easy to explain, especially if you're coming out and there's no one else in there. But maybe that's just me.
I'm always paranoid of being accused for something which I am not guilty of. So
Valid. No, extremely valid.
I just, that made me finish my business, and then I skedaddled. No one caught me, but
What
boy,
he's
did I have a
not
story
telling
to
you
tell.
is that he was in there for at least 15 minutes.
And a good, 10 of those minutes was me trying to plan out my escape.
We were afraid we were going to have to send the cavalry after him.
Lord.
So,
Lord.
no one got hurt, no one got harmed, but boy was I scared for my life.
Yeah.
I've been so much more aware of bathroom signs now.
Valid after something like that. That's one of those things where you do it once and you're like, I'm gonna never do this again, and you're so paranoid about accidentally doing it again.
I triple check now. It's like,
I was gonna be me with my ID at work.
The men's room. Don't change it on me. So yeah, that was a mistake. Oopsie poopsie, if you will.
An oopsie poopsie. As a kid, I used to go swimming a lot. All the time with my dad at the neighborhood swimming pool. And one of my favorite things to do was swim down to the bottom of the pool and then springboard off the floor as hard as I can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Shamu it.
Yeah, exactly. But I also liked being near people that I know. So I was always swimming not too far away from my dad. I mean, mind you, it's not a huge pool, the neighborhood pool, because the deepest part is 6 foot and it's in the middle. It's got a V shape going on. It's 3 at the edges or 3.5 at the edges and 6 foot in the middle. But as a kid, 6 feet feels deep. So I swim down to the bottom in the 6 foot area, and I'm ready to springboard rocket off the bottom. Little did I know I was right under my dad.
Oh no.
I full force rocket into my dad's jaw.
Oh no.
No.
And I thought I was gonna get punished so bad for being unaware of my surroundings.
Oh,
I felt
boy.
so bad. The immediate shame of, oops.
Oopsie whoopsie.
He knew it was an accident. It wasn't intentional. There was no malicious intent, but he's like, yeah, we're going home now. I'm like, that's understandable.
Understandable. Have a good day.
So walk back the a block and a half back
The
to our
walk of
house.
shame.
Yeah, pretty much. That pool and I have had so many stories. I tried to do a backflip into that pool one time and conked my head on the edge of it.
Yeah. Ooh. Don't backflip.
What?
Don't front flip.
Why
Don't-
do you
don't
always
flip
hit your
from the
head?
edge of the pool.
Why is it always your head?
Gotta train that noggin
you
to
do
be
this
stronger.
every year.
There's a reason I dented my dad's car fender with my face and didn't get like an immediate concussion.
And
It's gotta
I
be stronger.
checked.
For anybody who missed the last time I told the story or has not heard it before, Aiden, Riley, and I were at a youth group together like years ago now, and we were playing a game one Wednesday night out in the parking lot where we have this big yoga ball and like they all have pool noodles, and the goal is to like swat the yoga ball down to the other end of the parking lot to get a point. But if you touch the yoga ball with anything other than the pool noodle, the other team will get a point. And so I'm like, the yoga ball is like rolling like towards the edge and like bounces off of a car and then rolls back towards me. So I'm trying with all my power to not touch this thing. So what do? I pull both of my legs out from under me instead of like jumping over it. Trip on this thing, roll over it into the back of my dad's car, putting a dent in the back of his car with my face, and then crumple to the ground.
And then get back up like nothing happened.
Yep. And everyone was like, "You want to sit out for a bit?" And I'm like, "No, I'm fine. Just shocked is all."
Speaking of
Oopsie.
those kind of oops incidents, especially the unaware kind. There were 3 instances in my life, in my childhood, by the way, before I was like 13, where I don't know what the situation was, but I was running with other kids that were running, and I ran a kid over.
How?
I'm a
So-
one-man trampling party.
Aiden is very good at getting over things
Uh-huh.
physically. Sorry, I'm laughing.
Jay just goes, uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
so these kids would like Aiden would be on them. Like
I'm just zeroed
close to
in
them.
on something past them.
and so he doesn't realize that he is literally breathing down their necks. And then they would trip. Or he would like accidentally step on their shoe
their
or
ankle
something.
or something.
And they would
Oh,
fall
no.
over, and Aiden would just keep running. Because in Aiden's head, they weren't even there.
Oh no.
2 out of the 3 times, whoever was the leader of the event had to stop everything and grab my attention. Sometimes having to grab me
Like,
and
physically.
make sure that I wasn't being malicious about it. And it'd always be like, "Oh no, I ran to. I'm so sorry, kid." I didn't even know their name.
It was a consistent problem.
God. I can understand why it would be, because I think I've bumped into you before, and it's like kind of like thumping into a wall, like a padded wall.
Imagine if I was like that in the Wawa Man days. The youth leaders trying to stop me, they get trampled.
Just running through them.
Oh. You would have, too. You would have. All right, host, do you have another oopsie?
I kind of do along the same lines, but I guess it's not necessarily a harmless one. Did I tell the story of my laser tag decking on here?
I don't know about the laser tag decking.
I think you
Was
did.
I don't know if you
was
did
I
it
there
on
for
here.
that?
I don't remember which episode it was.
Oh, well,
Tell it again. Tell it again.
I told one of mine again from previous episodes.
Dawson, you know
Try
what to
again.
do.
yeah, fact check me. Anyway, I used to play a lot of laser tag. I was very, very into it. And a lot of the employees didn't like me because I was there on a weekly basis. And I played a lot. And I took it a lot more seriously than most people do. And I was always safe about it. But in one particular instance, which if you've ever played laser tag on busy nights with lots of kids, you understand the struggle. They swarm and they will just follow you around very closely, but also they're short and I'm not looking down normally.
I remember.
So in any case,
this.
I was locked in an intense, firefight from across the arena. And I had to like get behind a wall quickly because there were a bunch of people that were shooting at me. And so I whipped around and my hands, which by the way, you have to hold these like laser tag guns with both hands in order for them to work. So I had both my hands on this. So I'm swinging around and my hand was just perfectly at head level of this small child who was just casually like walking past me that I didn't see. And I basically clotheslined this child with this laser tag gun. And, I mean, I was like, oh, are you okay? And, I kind of stopped what I was doing. And the kid was crying, obviously, and like ran off whenever. I was like, oh, okay, well, anyway, went back to playing.
Didn't the laser tag employee people, I feel like they tried to use that against you. Like,
no, I mean,
they stop you at one
no,
point?
no,
and,
no one
talk
talked to me about it, at least not with that particular instance. I'm sure they did
I might
about,
be remembering a different one.
other games, but that was mostly just due to the fact that I was moving faster. But I'm not running. So running would be against the rules.
I do remember you clotheslining that child.
It was very unfortunate, but also
It was, but I couldn't help but giggle a little bit because
there's a
it was
reason
very
why they
British
tell you to stay
comedy.
a certain distance from other people. So
I gotta be real. Like, sometimes kids falling down is funny.
Yeah,
It's not all the times, but sometimes it is.
that was one of those
Depending on-
times.
Depending on how young they are, too, if you laugh, they'll laugh, and they'll generally be okay, unless you've actually,
Yeah.
hurt them. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, that's the thing is I have no idea the extent of any injury that may have been caused. I don't think it was much because it was mostly my hand, not the actual gun. Because like I said, my hand was on
I don't
it,
think it was
Kids are
much.
bouncy.
but
yeah.
they just kind of ran off. So I was like, okay, all right. Obviously, their parents weren't in there. Otherwise, probably would have had a better handle of their child. But I don't know.
Or the parent would be, Sue!
Oh no, your child wasn't following the rules of the arena and got hurt.
the arena.
That's
So
what
you
it's
too
called.
are an arena enjoyer.
It was.
It's called an arena.
It's an arena.
What do you want me to call it? A map?
I don't know.
A Thunderdome? Your child
The
wasn't following the rules of the
Thunderdome.
Octagon. Yeah,
These hands
but yeah,
are
it
rated
was,
E for everyone.
it was very much an oopsie.
Oopsie, oopsie.
That doesn't
Not necessarily a harmless one.
Neither was running a
Have-
child over as a child.
Have I told the story of me almost ramming my car into the karate studio?
No. Don't think you have.
Well, okay. Some backstory, because all of my stories have backstories. As a person, I really like wearing combat boots. Boots in general, but specifically combat style boots. This is a well-known fact about me. I used to wear them a lot more as a teenager than I do now because I have old people feet now in my big 28 years of age. But yeah, I almost exclusively wore combat boots as a teenager. And one particular day, my mom decided that I was going to be the one to drive my brother and I to the karate studio, where I was more volunteering than working because I was supposed to be getting paid, but I didn't ever actually consistently get paid.
Ooh.
And so Aiden and I hop into my car, which was a Honda Accord. It's my very first car. We named it Caesar. And because it was raining, I had thrown on my combat boots. And when we get to the studio, mind you, I am a brand new driver. Super new license. Everything. I pull up to the studio and I park going into the parking space way too quickly. Slam on the brakes a little bit. I'm fine, but I'm sticking halfway out of the parking space. I think, oh, that's fine. I'm okay. I gas it a little bit to scoot into the parking space, and this is front row. The glass of the studio is right in front of my car. I tap the gas a little bit, and then I move my foot to brake, and I slip off of the brake and slam onto the gas. And I hop the curb so fast. I'm able to brake in time. Thank the Lord. I am able to brake in time and reverse off of the sidewalk and back down into my parking space. But in this one move, I have peeled off the plastic under layer that protects like the undercarriage of your car.
Yep.
Scared the ever-loving crap out of myself and out of Aiden. And made one of the nail salon people very mad. Because there was a nail salon right next door.
God.
So, yeah. I didn't wear combat boots on the way to karate ever after that. It scared the crap out of me. That was my
never
oopsies.
Again.
Yep. And I also didn't ever park in the front. I don't know if Aiden ever noticed that, but I never parked in the front after that. I was too afraid of ramming into the karate studio.
Valid.
I do have another oopsie.
Oh.
It was the same year that child me ran over another child. Same year. Same camp.
Same year.
Yeah.
Same bad time.
There was a variation of Capture the Flag. It is called Pig and Bass. I have no idea why. Yep.
It's a youth camp, that's why. That is the only reason why.
Yep. I think so. And so each team had 3 pigs and 3 bass that they had to hide. And this Capture the Flag was the entire campgrounds was the battlefield.
Was very large.
It was huge.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like a borderline. And the rules were you had to, because it was girls versus boys, you had to tag the intruder. After you tag them, you have to escort them back to jail. If you do not do that, then, you know, they're not it. Or they're not tagged. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you tag them, then you escort them. If you do not do that, they're not in jail. Or they're not legally caught.
Right.
And one thing that I really liked to do during that, I'm noticing a pattern now. I liked psychological warfare.
This is kind
So
of your MO, if we've realized at this point.
I would run across the border and scare girls from entering the boys' territory because I had this. We were like the Jawas because it was sort of Halloween costume themed, and I got to wear a hood and cloak. Anyhow, I got really thirsty, and the only water that I knew was available was on the girls' side at their jail. So I walk up to one of the girls and I say, "Hey, can you take me to the jail? I need something to drink." And they're like, "Sure." And they're very excited that they caught me because that's what they had assumed. And they walk me over, I get my water, and I go to the jail. However, there's one important thing that none of them thought about.
They never tagged you.
They never tagged me.
That is brilliant.
So, I caused the biggest jailbreak in that game's history to that date, freeing more than half of the boy members. And I was the only one that was tagged and escorted back into jail. They were very mad at me. The girls that brought me said I was cheating, but the leader saw I was never tagged, so it never took effect.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so we ended up winning because of that. But here's where the oops comes in. A couple minutes later, that leader, she walks over to me, and she's like, "You realize that there are water fountains on the guy's side, right?" And it was one of those like, ah, man. Because I was out the rest of the time. No one came to jailbreak me.
They got their freedom and left you for dead, the cowards.
They did.
Hey, at least you have
I was a
unlimited water
worthy
in jail.
sacrifice. Man. I had like a 4-girl escort anytime I needed to get water.
That's hilarious.
They were like, "He's gonna run," and I'm like, "No, I just want water. I'm just thirsty." So, yeah, my big oops was not trying to find the water on the boys' side, which was apparently really easy to find.
Just missed it. Thrice.
Just missed it entirely. No, there are like 3 or 4 water fountains on the boys' side. But, largest jailbreak. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I have one that it's twofold-ish for the same story. Yeah. So I am in the habit of leaving my work ID, same job as before, in my high-vis vest, because that way I can't accidentally leave it at home, because I've accidentally left it at home a few times. Like if I leave it in my vest, I can take it in my vest, because I always wear my vest wherever I go, and it's not a problem. Well, I also have a high-vis jacket. And this one day in particular, I'm like, you know what? It's cold enough. I'm going to take just the high-vis jacket. I'm not going to need the vest because it's cold enough that I can just only use this and not have to take it off. However, that does in fact mean that I don't have my ID because I forgot to grab it and it's in my vest at home. So I get the entire way to work. It's like a 20-minute drive in the mornings because the traffic's not bad. I get the entire way to work. and I park in the parking lot. I look down, my vest is gone. Or not my vest, my ID. Don't have it. And I'm like, beans. So I call my supervisor, and I'm like, hey, supervisor, are y'all still doing the thing where you can let me in with like a temp badge? Because that used to be a thing. You could go in with a temp badge, and they look at your like license as a form of ID. But they stopped doing that. And at this point, they had stopped doing that. And he's like, no, you're going to have to go home and get it. And I'm like, cool. I'll be back in 40 minutes. That's what I tell him. And he's like, okay, cool. He did not expect me to be back in 40 minutes. I clocked in exactly 40 minutes later. Round trip.
Dang.
Lord.
And that is including the walk from the car to the time clock as well. So I shaved 5 minutes of transit off.
Dang, Jay
He's
knows
the second
time.
Oopsie. So at this point, he also hadn't sent anything in the group, like the work group chat. It was like, hey, this is what spot we're going to, this, that, and the other. So I, get there 40 minutes after I told him I would, or like, when I would be there after I told him I was going to be late.
You told him that you were going to be there.
I sit in the
when
break
you were
room, and he walks in, and he's like, okay, everybody, hey, we're going to spot, whatever it is. And then he looks at me and he's like, how are you here already? I'm like, I told you it'd be 40 minutes. He's like, huh?
That's beautiful.
It's lovely. A twofold oopsie, forgot badge, and then surprised supervisor by potentially going a smidgen over the speed limit. I have more. I can keep going. More work oopsies.
I have a
You give so many
recording
oopsies.
related
I have so many work
oopsie.
Oopsie.
Oopsie?
We did a recording of Bigfoot where I'm the Bigfoot. Funny enough. And not Riley.
I'm really bad at being Bigfoot in games, but hey, shout out RJ's gaming channel.
Yeah, go check it out. It's got cool stuff.
It also has us sometimes.
YouTube.com/at House of Frights.
Hell yeah.
It's fabulous. So while I was doing Bigfoot, we were doing something new. I wasn't actually able to talk to them. I could hear them. And there were a couple of moments, but I think the biggest one was actually the first time. No, it's the second mistake. So the second oops that I made, in this game, there are 4 players. They have to hunt Bigfoot. Bigfoot has to hunt them. Whoever stands last wins, essentially. And I was hunting them. They were trying to gather some supplies. They landed on a big old resort. It had several lodges and a lot of stuff in it. I had thought that they would split up and look at other houses split up. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go in, do some of my magic Bigfoot Kung Fu on one of them, and then skedaddle out of there. And I see
down here.
And I see specifically Jay walk into a cabin. And I'm like, this is perfect. I don't think I've done any Kung Fu on Jay yet in this recording.
No.
So I walk in thinking that it's just going to be Jay. It was not just Jay. In fact, they were all there. It was like walking into an anthill. And Jay has a character that when I get hit with their flare gun, I'm just blind for 10 billion years. Exaggerated. More like, I think about 8 to 10 seconds.
I think it's like a
somewhere in there.
20% increase to blind or like flash duration, and I think it's yeah.
It's like 10 seconds where I just can't do anything. But see, the thing is, right? Combine Jay's instant flare with RJ, who turns around and is like Captain Ahab going, "Ah! There's the whale! Shoot! Bang, bang, bang!"
Yeah, I think he had an assault rifle of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another person on that, like, they all start blasting. And here's the other issue. I'm blind indoors. I don't know where the exit is. So I'm smacking walls and stairs, just trying to find a way out. But it's just one of those moments where it's like that scene where Han Solo chases the one stormtrooper
Yes.
and then sees the swarm. Like, I have to leave.
Oh my goodness.
It was a really, I think that was my biggest oops on there.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. It was a great time.
It
That
was
was
a good
really
time.
fun, though.
I feel
Any other last minute oops?
yes. I've been talking a lot about my airport job, but I do have a second job. And boy, I have a fun oopsie here. So my other job, I work at a university and we do setups for like events, and we also do like classroom moves and stuff. Moves and setups is literally the description and name of my department. So one day I go into work, it's a Friday, and I am like just on the tail end of having like an upper respiratory infection. And my boss, who has ADHD, has not taken his meds. So the two of us, and it was just the two of us from our department there that day. Everybody else was on vacation or like didn't work that, like wasn't scheduled for that day, you know, the usual. So it's just the two of us. And it's like the weirdest, like sick Friday vibes. Like both of us are kind of loopy, but like not at the same time. And we do this, we do a room setup, just the two of us. It's like, what was it, like 20 tables, like 15, 20 tables, and
Goodness.
8 chairs per tables. Do the math. It was a lot. Decent size setup. We do the whole thing in like 30 minutes.
160 chairs.
Yeah, we do this whole thing in like 30 minutes, just the two of us. Like we were schmoving, like peak Friday vibes. But the carts that we have for the tables, you know, we have to take them back up, like uphill to the closet. And so my boss, he's like skating on one. He's got like using like skateboard. He's like propped one foot. He's like pushing off the ground. I'm like, I'm gonna try the same thing, except I'm not nearly as coordinated. I make the squarest hole in the wall. I like
No.
I like catch it on my heel, turn the whole thing, and it like the corner goes into the wall, and it makes the square, like Minecraft block square hole in the wall.
Oh, no.
It's like a half inch by a half, or 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. It's like a decent small.
That's a big
hole.
square hole.
Yeah, and so just dunk. And both of us just dying laughing at this point, because I mean, it can be fixed. It's not a huge deal, and it's
What else
square.
can you
So
do?
I mean, it's a square hole too, and so like easily fixable with with drywall. And, like not a problem. But it's just we bring this up all the time. It's like, it's that kind of Friday vibes. Beautiful
that
time.
kind of Friday.
Very much.
I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna go to a coworker. Is that kind of Friday?
They're gonna look at you like, huh? And they were like, oh yeah, no it is.
Ah, man, it's
It's a
good.
beautiful time.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Well, Hayden, you got words for us today?
oh no.
Uh-oh. Hayden, how do you forget this?
Just kidding.
Oh
You know,
my
oops, no
goodness.
words.
Oh,
This is my counter product. Oops, just kidding.
Oh.
Next episode.
This broadcast was brought to you by these words. Brunch oath. Please. Government runs over mice balls. Clothesline child. A second job. Friday. Thanks for listening.
The government
Second
runs
job.
over mouse balls.
That's 100% what they do. It's for science.
Well,
The government runs
thank
over
you
mouse
all
balls
for
for
joining
science.
us. And happy brunch to Novocherkassk in the Russian Federation. Happy brunch.
Happy brunch, Novocherkassk.
Happy brunch.
Happy brunch.
Novocherkassk.
And if you're a government, do not run over those mice balls. They need them.
Yes, yes
No,
they
they
do.
don't.
They need them.
None of them
the
need them.
reproduction of the entire mouse population has been severed by the government. Stop feeding them the A word that goes in drinks, the sodas.
Aspartame?
Yeah, that one.
Not aspartame.
Not asshole.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh no.
Remember, kids,